In today's video, we are going to answer the question why the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was planted in the Garden of Eden. If it had not been there, there would have been no temptation and no sin. In this video, we want to answer the question, why was the tree planted in the Garden of Eden? One can ask this question, and rightfully so that if the tree is not there, then there is no temptation, there is no sin, and humanity can be saved from misery, agony, and pain. Why did God allow the tree to be there? And the simple answer is choice. You see, brothers and sisters, if there is no tree, then there is no commandment that they can disobey God. And if they are doing something good, it is because they do not have the choice to do wrong. But if we have the choice to do wrong and we choose to do good, then that goodness has meaning. But if we have no choice but to do good only, that goodness does not have value. The value comes, and even in today's world, the value comes when we have the choice to do bad, but we choose to do good, we choose to do right. Then that right, that good is of utmost value. That shows character, that shows integrity, that shows who we really are. You see, when we are in a position to do wrong and we choose to do right, that is what God values. For the scripture says in the book of James chapter 4 and verse 17, therefore to him who knows to do good and does not do it, to him it is a sin. So the Bible makes it very clear. If one knows to do good and he doesn't do it, it is a sin. So brothers and sisters, the tree is planted there so that humanity can have a free will. If they choose to follow God, then it is their choice. But if they choose not to follow God, they have a free will to do so. Because when the devil was tempting Eve, God could have intervened and said, no, don't eat this. But then God would be interfering with the free will of Eve to choose to eat that fruit or no. Not because God does not tempt humanity, he only tests humanity. Yes, brothers and sisters, there is a difference between testing and there is a difference between tempting. And what is the difference between testing and tempting? Testing is to build one's character. Testing has a positive outcome. Testing is there so that one's character and one's spiritual strength can be increased, and the tempting is there so that one can be coerced into doing bad or into doing evil. The devil manipulates, uses all sorts of tactics and lies so that one can do the things that God has told them not to do, and thus fall into sin and thus be led astray from God. But testing is there so that God's character can be imparted to the humans so that they can increase their character, they can increase their strength. And the book of James again in chapter number 1 and verse 13 says, let no one say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he himself tempt anyone. So brothers and sisters, God does not tempt anyone, but he does test us. And the tree was planted over there so that Adam and Eve could have a choice, so that if they would wish to follow God, they can follow God. But if they wanted to go astray, then at least they have a choice. You see, if they could, in the Garden of Eden, they could do anything they wanted. They could do anything they wanted. So they have to choose not to eat that tree, from that tree, the fruit of that tree. If there is no choice, then all they can do is just good. So God gives them a lot of liberty, a lot of abundance, and restricts them in only one way, saying, do not eat from this tree. And that is the only one commandment, simple, easy, only one task for them that God has given, not to eat of that tree. But Eve did fall into temptation and did eat the fruit of that tree. So, brothers and sisters, she decided to go against the will of God, go against the commandment of God. And similarly, brothers and sisters, you and me, we all have a free will to choose to follow God or to choose to go against the will of God. Let's make the right choice to follow the voice of God and to follow the will of God. God bless you, and I will see you in the next video in this small mini series on the temptation of Eve.